Alright, this is the third of 3 videos that I was working on covering my favorite hacks of the late programmer Nukey Shay. The first 2 were Pac-Man 8K and Hack'em. Today's review is covering Misshack. Let's get into it. Misshack is yet another fantastic game put out by the late Atariage user and programmer Nukey Shay. This game was adapted from one of his own hacks named Hack'em. The idea here was to make a more arcade-perfect version of Miss Pac-Man, which is arguably the most popular arcade game of all time. Interestingly, Miss Pac-Man itself started out as a hack of Pac-Man. It was later embraced and adapted into an official title by Namco back in 1982. Miss Pac-Man introduced a female version of Pac-Man and added many new level designs. It also introduced several gameplay enhancements, including multiple warp tunnels, dancing fruit, improved ghost patterns, and new sound effects. Miss Pac-Man went on to become the most successful selling arcade cabinet in the United States. This game was a phenomenon, which is why it was an excellent choice of game to create a hack of. This is sort of risky since Atari already produced an excellent version of Miss Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. Many regard it as their favorite game on the console. So this is a huge undertaking. How do you improve upon an already great game? I don't know. How about starting out with improving the graphics and sound, adding the title screen, adding a whole slew of new game options? Even though I have a Harmony cartridge, I enjoyed this game so much I paid someone to place it on a cartridge for me. For the purpose of this review, the version of the ROM I'm using is dated on the title screen as 8/19/2009. In addition to an improved version of Miss Pac-Man, this cartridge also contains 3 additional game modes: Misshack 2, Miss Attack, and Miss Attack 2, making this a super value cartridge and a super value review. There's a real nice title screen included and used for all 4 game variations. The title screen itself includes a couple of nice animations. The stationary ghosts are animated to the left of their names. The ghost names are neatly right justified. The C in Misshack is animated to look like a Pac-Man chomping, and Misshack herself makes an appearance flowing in from the right side of the screen, followed by the 4 ghosts. When she gets all the way to the left and eats the power pill, all the ghosts turn blue in reverse direction with Misshack in hot pursuit. As she eats each one of them, their point values are displayed. The power pill and wafer point values are also displayed. After consuming all 4 ghosts, she reaches the end of the screen and an in-game demo begins. Each time you press game reset on your console, it cycles through the various game modes, starting the in-game demo over. In Misshack, the ghost names all retain the same names as their arcade counterparts. The red ghost, Blinky, is the most aggressive of the ghosts. Pinky's just a little less aggressive than Blinky. Inky is light blue, more or less moves around randomly in the maze. Sue, the brown ghost, is like Inky, pretty much moves randomly in the maze. By continuing to press game reset, you will find there are a total of 4 mazes, or what I'm calling game modes. Misshack is the first such game mode. The maze layout mimics the traditional Miss Pac-Man maze pretty closely and plays like it. One minor difference: in the arcade version, the circular areas are filled in, rather than looking like eyeballs at the top of the map in the first maze, for example. You have a total of 4 power pills, 1 in each corner. There are 4 ghosts and you have a fruit that appears on each level. In Misshack, the fruit dances randomly around the maze rather than remaining stationary in the center of the map. Upon eating the fruit, all of the ghosts are energized, turn blue, and can now be eaten. The fruit appears 2 times per map. After completing a level or losing a life, you must press the fire button to resume play. Misshack Map 1, Misshack Map 2, Misshack Map 3, Misshack Map 4. Once you have completed a map, you will advance to a new fruit level. The amount of time the power pill lasts, blue time, has been slightly reduced and the ghosts become slightly faster. To reach a new map, you must complete a few of the fruit levels. After you reach and pass the 4th map, the banana map, some of the old maps show up but with a different color. Also, the fruit randomizes, and the image below abbreviating RND show up on the top right of the screen. Random fruit indicator. Note: here are the fruit images. Some of these fruit levels must be played multiple times before advancing to the next fruit. We have cherry, strawberry, orange, pretzel, apple, pear, banana. The point values for the consumed ghosts are 200 for the first ghost, 400 for the second, 800 for the third, 1600 for the fourth, 3200. This score is only possible on the plus modes after consuming 4 ghosts with double points. Mishhack 2 Plus Mode. By pressing Game Reset and switching to the first all-green wall map, you will find Mishhack 2. The only obvious difference being the walls are now green. You will quickly realize the real difference after eating a few power pills. Some of the ghosts do not turn blue. This is called Plus Mode. Every time you eat the fruit in the center of the map, the ghosts are energized, as if you ate a power pill, with one minor exception. They turn invisible while still roaming the map. This effect means you have to mentally track the invisible ghosts and try to figure out where they are in order to eat them. They remain invisible until they begin flashing. You also have the added bonus of the score being doubled for each consumed ghost, an extremely nice incentive to do well with the fruit. In this game mode, it is hard to tell, but the ghost patterns are slightly more aggressive. When you consume a power pill, the ghosts stay blue for a shorter period of time. The ghosts have additional detail added to their heads, little apple stems or flags. Energized ghost with an apple stem, traditional energized ghost. Sometimes after eating the first power pill, you will notice the entire maze disappears. All you see are the fruit, the ghosts, and Mishhack herself. At this point, you are still constrained to the walls, so you must navigate from memory until you eat all the ghosts or until the power pill wears off. Mishhack 2 Map 1, Mishhack 2 Map 2, Mishhack 2 Map 3, Mishhack 2 Map 4. The disappearing wall effect seems to happen randomly after consuming a power pill. It also seems to happen at random for the rest of the game. For that matter, which ghosts turn blue upon eating an energized wafer also appear to be random in my best estimation. Nukey Shay has said these effects are not actually random, but do follow preset patterns. Miss Attack. This game mode plays exactly the same as Mishhack in that it has traditional Miss Pac-Man / Mishhack rules, where the power pill always turns all ghosts blue and the fruit just gets consumed and has no special powers. This was supposed to be one of the Pac-Man Plus modes, but I do not believe it was fully implemented. The only other difference beside the mazes being slightly different that I noticed is the fruit patterns do not follow the map's wall boundaries. All the maps are the same as Mishhack Game Mode 1, except the order and the colors have changed. Miss Attack Map 1, Miss Attack Map 2. Miss Attack Map 3, Miss Attack Map 4, Miss Attack 2 Plus Mode. This is the plus version of Mishhack, same rules as Mishhack 2. To repeat a little, when you consume the power pills, not all the ghosts will necessarily turn blue. When you consume the fruit, all 4 ghosts are energized but disappear from view until they flash. Consuming them will reward you with a double point value bonus. Miss Attack 2 Map 1, Miss Attack 2 Map 2, Miss Attack 2 Map 3, Miss Attack 2 Map 4. It might not be obvious, but all of the maps have been recycled in the alternate game modes with the maps starting in a different order and are colored differently. I'm pretty sure this was done to conserve memory and to squeeze in the intermissions. Act 1 They Meet. Pac-Man enters the screen from the left side being chased by Inky. Miss Pac-Man enters from the right side being chased by Pinky. As the two of them are about to collide, they quickly move upwards, causing those 2 ghosts from behind to collide and disappear. They face each other at the top of the screen, and a heart appears above them. Excerpt from Strategy Wiki. Act 2 The Chase. Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man are seen giving each other a playful chase. One of them chases the other across the screen in one direction, and they then take turns alternating who chases who and in what direction across the screen. After 3 turns, they have a pause before chasing each other twice more across the screen at a faster speed. Excerpt from Strategy Wiki. Act 3 Junior. Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man anxiously await the arrival of a stork, who flies overhead with a bundle. As the stork is about to pass over them, he releases a bundle, which drops to the ground in front of Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, and opens up to reveal a baby Pac. This intermission would later serve as the introductory sequence to Junior Pac-Man. Excerpt from Strategy Wiki. Gameplay. You are rewarded with a free Mishhack after attaining a score of 10,000 points. This is the only free Mishhack awarded, unless it is possible to roll the score, at which point I would assume you could earn another free Mishhack. Once you lose all miss hacks, the game is over. Your final score is displayed at the top of the map, and upon pressing the fire button, you start all over from the same level you left off on. Speaking to the graphics of these games, overall they are pretty good. I love the detail of the word go appearing at the beginning of each game in the map center, but it seems to me there should have been an exclamation point added to it. I would have liked the power pills to be slightly larger and round, but at least they are flashing on and off in the corners. By now, I'm so over the fact that the dots are represented by long wafers. I hardly notice it anymore. The fruit is nicely detailed, making it easy to discern. You have a limited time frame to consume the fruit before it dances off the map. The ghosts have nice detail and are actually animated as they move. You cannot, however, tell which way their eyes are moving. When you eat a power pill, the ghosts turn blue and have a frown face, a nice detail. On the plus game mode types, the ghosts all have flags or stems above their heads. When you eat the ghosts, their point value is displayed, also a nice detail, and they turn into little eyeballs that are animated in sort of a wiggly fashion, which is better than nothing, but you cannot tell which way they are looking as with the arcade version. The mazes look great and they flash after level completion. The number of available miss hacks, your score, and the current level are displayed on the top row as opposed to the bottom row. The ghost cage is great and the ghosts bounce up and down until released. The sounds in all 4 games are excellent. There is a nice introduction song. The background siren is present, although not really a siren here. The sound for eating wafers is spot on. There's a pretty good sound for eating the power pill. When you eat a ghost, there's a nice sound effect that plays. There's a nice sound effect for the eyeball returning to the ghost cage. When you die, there's a sound effect. There's a satisfying sound playing when you eat the fruit. There are 3 intermission sequences which have music that mimic arcade Miss Pac-Man. The left difficulty switch controls the ghost intelligence. In setting A, all 4 ghosts are as aggressive as the red ghost. In difficulty B, all the ghosts except for the red one move randomly around the maze. The right difficulty switch controls the speed of Miss Hack. In position B, she is faster. The wafers do not slow her down. In this mode, Miss Hack is always faster than the ghosts. Since faster equals easier, this is the mode I prefer to play in. You can alternate between the game modes and the number of ghosts on each map simply by repeatedly pressing Game Reset on your console. Pressing the Game Select button will switch between all the fruits on a given map, slightly increasing difficulty along the way. The TV type switch actually pauses the play so that you may take a bathroom break. This is a nice feature to have since in my opinion that switch is highly underused. Notes: if you toggle any switch beside the TV type switch, the current game will be reset. This will prevent you from switching the speed and or difficulty on the fly and would combat at least that form of cheating. Either joystick can be used to move Miss Hack. Pro tip: Nukey Shay shared with us a sort of Easter egg, more of an undocumented feature. Quote, if you hold up on both controllers when starting a game, you will begin at level 254. Just a little split screen development thing I left in. Level 255 features a simulated rollover bug, end quote. You see, arcade Miss Pac-Man would not render properly on level 256, making it unplayable. It looks like Nukey Shay has emulated this defect and given us a way to check it out with having to play all 255 levels. Observed glitches on real hardware. Switching the difficulty anytime during gameplay will cause the game to start over. However, the introduction song will sort of play slowly until either the fire button is pressed or the game begins. Pause mode inversion. If you start the game with a TV type switch set to BW, the game will start normally. The pause feature will then be activated upon switching back to color. This is opposite of normal. On the plus mode game types, when the ghosts are energized, their skirts sometimes hang over the bottom wall a little bit. Not a glitch. On Miss Attack and Miss Attack 2 game modes, the dancing fruit does not properly navigate within the boundaries of the on-screen maze. Nukey Shay has said this was intentionally done to more closely mimic the Miss Pac-Man Plus game. To me, even though the name of this game is Miss Hack, this is not just a hack. I consider it a whole new homebrew version of Miss Pac-Man. I would have killed to have had this cartridge back in the 80s. This is definitely an improvement on Atari 2600 Miss Pac-Man, and it has more than one game mode. It actually contains 4 distinct games. The Miss Hack 2/Miss Attack 2 game types represent a new twist on the classic Miss Pac-Man, throwing in a few surprises along the way. Again, these are the Pac Plus game modes. These game types further extend the playability, adding many more hours of Miss Pac-Man style fun. I prefer this game over Hack'em, probably because Miss Pac-Man is just a much better game than Pac-Man. All of the improvements, the additional mazes, dancing fruit, combine together to make this a terrific upgrade to Pac-Man. Playing Miss Hack with the right difficulty set to B is a blast. The boost in speed sort of ruins me for any other slow modes. I have to give a lot of credit to the late Nukey Shay for putting all of this together. I love it when programmers take the time to add sufficient polish to their product. This is what he has done here. This is an excellent hack combining all 4 separate games in a single cartridge. Highly recommended.